Hey, Viltrox here, welcome back to the channel. And I said something in the last video that you guys saw. I said that I'm camera-less, which means I don't have any cameras anymore, and I actually don't. I only had my SLR cameras. No mirrorless, no DSLR camera. I basically traded everything with MPB to get a new camera that I believe is gonna improve my photography and help me basically start this endeavor of doing wildlife photography. And the Nikon Z8 was probably, if not the best camera that I've ever used, it was definitely the most beautiful one. So today, and I just got it a couple of minutes ago, we are opening this. Is the new camera that I am going to use hopefully for many years. And yes, it is a high-end camera, a camera that I couldn't afford to buy straight up without basically trading a lot of my gear, basically all my gear except for the lenses. So in that trade, I traded the Z8. I also traded the Nikon Z30 that usually films me here, and I also traded the Sony RX1. So I don't have any other cameras but the one that is in this box right here. And the one that is in this box right here is this, no, not this. The one that's in the box right here, it's definitely a camera that some of you might be, I would say, already acquainted with, and you probably saw a lot of reviews if you are interested in Nikon, because by the box you can tell that it's a Nikon camera, black and yellow. And yeah, this camera is basically what's going on right now. I don't usually do unboxing, so I don't know exactly how to do this, but nonetheless, this camera was verified, and it was tagged as a like new camera, so it should be in great condition. This is a cable holder, I suppose, for the camera, that for all the cables that go in. Obviously the charger, which is pretty rare these days. We also have the strap that I don't usually use. It's a Nikon strap. And this is the big boy, or the small boy, or whatever boy. We also have a USB-C cable for charging on the go. The hot shoe protector, the plastic piece that everyone is losing, including myself. And I see booklets, I see warranty. That's not bad. Somebody bought this camera and didn't like it. Hopefully I will. This is another kind of plastic holder, possibly for cables as well. And this is the camera that supposedly is gonna help me get through all this. It's not a DSLR camera, it's a mirrorless camera, obviously. I think by the box you already knew that. But it's pretty chunky. I didn't expect chunkiness like this. It's pretty nice. No grip. No grip down here. So that means it's not a Z9. And it is not a Z9. It is an Z8. This is the Nikon flagship camera, the Nikon Z8. And I'm honest right now, I bought it because it's a flagship camera and because I needed something a little bit, well, let's say a little bit more comfortable in hand when I'm adding the lenses and everything that I'm using for wildlife photography. And as you know already, the lenses are pretty big. This camera has a beautiful tilting screen, and you can flip this screen the other way around as well. So vertical tilting as well as horizontal tilting. So that is very helpful. Now this is gonna be my camera when I'm filming myself for now, but I will probably use my phone more because this camera is gonna be in my hand. So the phone is gonna become my tool for content creation for now. I'm looking to buy a small camera, probably something that has an awesome autofocus. And I'm gonna show you a few videos at some point of how Z30 was working and how I tweaked it to get it the way it was, because the autofocus wasn't amazing. But this camera should be amazing, and apparently it turns on. And by the feel of it, it's pretty much like my old D700 in terms of grip. It's a pretty solid grip, and I don't have big hands. I have probably medium hands. Probably the same weight with the ZF, but yeah, the first impression is pretty solid. It also came with the original NEL 15C battery. And I do have some extras because it uses the same battery as the ZF, which was one of the things that I liked because I already bought extra batteries. It doesn't seem to have any kind of damage. It doesn't seem to be scratched or dropped. I think the camera is pretty solid and it feels solid in hand. It feels like a, well, like not necessarily like a tank, but like a camera that you will probably love to go into the elements and not care about, you know, rain or snow or cold or hot, or we'll see. The thing is, there are a few issues with this camera that people are talking about. I want to test them, and we'll definitely have a lot of videos featuring this camera or the capabilities of this camera. You can also attach a grip to it, so that's gonna make it even bulkier. But like I said, a solid camera. And now let's look at the sensor. I'm not gonna dig deeper in all this. I just wanted to show it to you. This is the full frame 45 megapixel sensor that, like I said, is gonna help me create better quality image, because in wildlife, cropping is important. And most of the time, even when you're trying to include some of the environment in your wildlife photos, you still need to crop a little bit. And I don't want to invest right now as much as I did when I, let's say, shopped for my wedding gig, and that was different. I knew what I needed. I don't even know what I needed for wildlife right now. I have one lens that I'm consistently using, the 300mm f4 that you guys saw in the previous videos, and most of the shots was used with that lens. The TT Artisan 500mm f6.3 is gone, so we don't have that lens anymore. So the only one is the 300 that I am using with the FTZ adapter, and sometimes with the teleconverter, sometimes I don't. That lens with the teleconverter goes to 420. With the crop, I'll be able to probably be around 600mm. And I am looking into buying a zoom lens. Now, a good zoom will probably be the Nikon Z mount, the native mount 180 to 600 f6.3, which is a VR lens. It's good for filming, it's good for photography. It's a lens that I will probably consider, and I will think about it. Based on my needs right now and what I'm using, the 300mm, and like I said, sometimes with the teleconverter, probably that lens will fill the gap of a longer focal length and give me a little bit more reach. And with the zoom, I can create more magnification and get the subjects a little bit closer, because some of the subjects, like the shorebirds and you know, the small birds, are usually very skittish, and it's good to be pretty far to keep a distance away from them and not disturb the wildlife while you are trying to photograph and capture their lives. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's all that I wanted to tell you. This is the Nikon Z or Z8, a beast, some say, and I'm pretty sure that it's not called a flagship for nothing. So I'm gonna show you how the 300mm PF works on it, and if you wanna see everything about that lens and the quality that provides, you should watch this video right here.